Hello and welcome back to Core. We'll be continuing where we left off, which, if you recall, is after the whole little beach episode. Although technically this is still the beach episode. So, they basically spent time at the beach. And Robert and Mike seem to be getting a little closer. Yeah, basically, Gus is being openly flirty, which is nice. Hector was able to get out of his shell a little bit more. We got a little bit more backstory on Hector, though, why he's sort of the way he is. But yeah. It was fun, basically. But now we get to the actual fun part. Well, I guess the more fun part, where they're going to go to a club. So we'll have to see how that goes. Anywho, so without further ado, let us continue Core. Since, well, it's Gus and Mike. Since they're not ashamed of anything, deciding they'd get changed in the living room while the others pick a room. Ed and Hector go together, obviously, so I head to the bedroom on the first floor with Faust. He lets me get changed in the room while he heads to the bathroom, since I'm pretty fast. I for sure won't take long. Once I'm dressed, I let Faust know that it's fine to come out whenever he's done, before I knock on the door to the living room so that Mike and Gus can hear me. Are you guys done? Can I come out already? No, we're both super naked still. He's messing with me. I can tell in his voice. Of course, that's the only reason, so I open the door. Whoa, he actually opened the door. Aw, sorry to disappoint, Rob. I was lying. Dang it, and I was hoping to get a photo with Faustus' camera. I mean, we can still strip if you want. I do it only to see Faust's face when he's checking the photos later and see us naked in one of them. He's kidding with this, but the idea is tempting, at least for me. He looked great as my screensaver. Well, I guess Gus too, since it'd be both of them, but, you know, I have my priorities right now. I would kill you both. You're actually wearing this shirt, Mike? Really? What? It's the most fancy thing that I have. And it's really fun too. I bet that I can get someone's attention at the after sun. Can confirm that it'd work. Not sure if it'd get ya laid though. Leave that to the personality behind the shirt. In other words, no, he wouldn't get laid. The moment you open your mouth, people would start looking for your parents thinking a very tall child got lost. Wow, you don't need to be fucking destroying me every time I try to boost my self-esteem. By the way, looking good, you two. Thanks. You're rocking that shirt too. I appreciate it, but this is nothing special. It's literally his look whenever he's feeling lazy back home. I wish that I could have Ed's quick, snappy answers, but he's not wrong. I can help with that. You only have to say the first thing that comes to your mind, whether it's good or not. For example, your mom looks lazy back at home. You shined brighter before. Besides, let my mom be lazy. She works super hard most of the day. Moving on. Hector's rocking that look, damn. Thanks. I was trying my best with this. What about me? Don't I look great too? Well, you definitely look like you're comfy wearing that. I love that energy. See, Rob, another example on how to compliment a man. You will never let that one go, huh? So, we're all here. Should we head over or something? Think that if we head there and go slowly, we'll be there after they open. Right. It's not really night yet, so it'll probably still be closed. Well, as Gus said, we just have to take our time, otherwise we'll just sit down on the couch and won't stand up again. And after today, I'm kind of looking forward to having a bit more fun with all of you, honestly. That's sweet to hear, and I feel the same. I don't want to stay to end yet. Remember not to drink too much, though. Who said that I'm going to drink? Although, I wouldn't mind having at least one shot or something. A shot, huh? Of alcohol, just in case. Psst, of course I know that. Just thinking about something to play together when we're there, that's all. Does it involve shots? I don't want to drink a whole lot, but I could take at least one. Whoa, even Faust wants to drink? Who's gonna pick us up when we're all drunk? I'm not gonna overdo it, but maybe you'll have to figure out how to get back home without me. Sounds interesting. And yeah, it'd involve at least one shot, if y'all are okay with it. Well, I said I probably wouldn't drink before, but I can take one shot. Mike said that we have to drink slowly, but you drink a shot in one go, just in case. I think I would have to figure that one out by myself. But, thanks. I'm obviously okay with it, of course. I don't want to go too far, but I wouldn't mind getting drunk today. I'd be with good company after all. I'm in the same boat as Mike. I'd like to really let go for one night, at least so that I might ask you guys to take care of me if I drink too much. We will, but listen to your body. Let's all try not to get hungover. We don't have a plan for tomorrow, but I don't want to spend it sleeping. Yeah, after all, y'all are staying around for 3 more days, right? I feel a sad, sudden tune coming out of, well, everyone. With everything that's been happening the past 2 days, we haven't really thought about it. Not counting today, we have 3 more days before we have to go back to Moreland without Gus. Fuck, I don't want to think about that right now. That's true. Let's make sure that we continue to enjoy the next few days to the fullest, okay? I like that thought. You've convinced me not to drink until I pass out. And on that note, should we head out already? I nod and the others agreed to. Enough chatting. We can do that while we walk. We all head out, closing the door behind us before heading for the street, leaving the sand and the sea behind. After spending most of the day there, it feels weird to actually walk on solid ground. It's appreciated though. Surprisingly, not a lot of chit-chat happens on the way there. Some banter between Mike and Faust, Gus being excited, but not a whole lot more. However, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It's almost like we've decided to wait for the fun conversations at the after-sun. After a bit of walking, we've finally reached what seems to be a colorful bar. This has to be the after-sun Ed and Faust went to visit with Gus, huh? There's a few people here and there, but it's obviously not as crowded as the one that you'd find in Moreland, which I appreciate. Since it's starting to get dark outside, most of the lights are on and it's giving a really calm vibe, even if it's supposed to be a bar. The music feels kind of funky. It's not what I'd expect from a bar where people come to drink and dance, but it invites you to relax. I guess one pro of being the only night bar in Core is that you can experiment with your music and people will still come. I mean, I'm not really complaining. It's definitely making me want to just sit down and have a drink with my friends. Speaking of, Gus steps forward so that we can see him, pointing at a table outside. This way. We've reserved a table, so might as well use it, even if we have more than enough to choose from. As we follow him, I look around some more. Since we're going to stay outside for now, the glass walls of the pub let you see what's going on inside after all. The bar itself and the dance area, judging by a few people who are definitely using it for that already, are inside. It's a good idea, especially getting a feeling of this place. Whoever wants to dance or flirt or whatever it is that these people do at bars nights, they can do it there. But if you come here to have a drink and talk with friends, being outside is definitely what you want, so no one else can bother you. Once we arrive at the table, we pick our seats. I end up on Ed and Mike's side of the table. Well, we made it. This is the after-sun y'all heard so much about. Seeing it before, this is exactly what I was expecting. It makes me feel like I'm relaxing near the beach. I mean, we kind of already are. Yes, that's true. But I don't think any bar in Moreland gives this feeling. Because we're not in Moreland. I don't understand. I think what Faust is trying to say is that this place is made to make you feel like that. After all, this is exactly how I'd imagined a beach bar at night. Yeah, I can see that. I was afraid that it was going to feel more crowded, or less crowded, but I feel like I can relax here. Good choice, Gus. Thanks for bringing us here. I mean, there weren't many other choices, but I'm glad that y'all seem to like it so far. It's not till you try some of the drinks here that you'll know this place is the best, though. Right. We should order something. What do you guys want? Well, Gus had an idea for a game with shots, right? Calm down, big guy. We just got here. Let's check what's available first. I poke my tongue out at Mike as he grins, excited before I take a look at the drink menu. There are a lot of fancy options for alcohol, most of them with very attractive names, but there's also non-alcoholic drinks, which is good. Ah, I got mine. I want sex on the sofa. Of course you'd ask for that. Are you sure that you want it because of how it tastes, or just because of the name? I'll figure it out when I get it, but my mind is set. You're so simple sometimes. I'm having a soda for now. We'll see later. I know we told you already, but don't overdo it. I don't want to be the one paying for you this time. Still gotta know about what the fuck Ed did when he was drunk. You might find out tonight, depending on how he does. I'm not releasing the beast again. Just be thankful that I didn't enjoy that. I'm going to get a Bloody Mary. Whoa. You sure you don't want to try something a bit softer? It's a strong flavor and, well, a strong drink. I should be fine as long as I drink slowly, right? I want to give it a shot. I promise that I'll be responsible. I'm probably going to get a soda like Ed. And I'll go for a margarita. Yes, that sounds like a good way to start the night. Gotcha. I'll ask for my own drink when I go chat with the bartender. Of course you know him already. I bet he even knows your name. Won't confirm or deny anything. Anyway, I'll go get the orders. Do you want one of us to come with you? You might need help carrying the drinks. Good point. I'll grab Rob then, if you don't mind. Huh? Why me? You may have him, for now. Don't lose him on your way there, okay? I give a funny look to the two before I stand up, following Gus inside. Music changes and it's a bit more upbeat now, probably to please the people that came here to dance and have fun. I'm okay with that. It's purely background music for me and it's good enough for that. I stay a few steps behind Gus so that I let him chat with the bartender. It's pretty obvious that they know each other since they bump fists when they start chatting. I'm very comfortable with the group of friends that I have now, but I guess it's good to have connections everywhere. Maybe I should give them more of a chance. I would never have thought like this in the past. The new Robert is surprising me, even. At some point, Gus walks over to me with a smile on his face, probably waiting for the drinks to be served. All good, handsome? Wow, you're really used to flirting around here, I see. It's definitely where I learned how to. That's for sure, but yeah, all okay from your part? I nod my head after a little bit, since the music is louder in here and it's a bit harder for me to hear him. If he was worried about me, that answer made him relax, since I feel him bumping his waist against mine. Are ya a dancing type of guy? Not really. I mean, I don't mind, but I normally only dance with Jacob when we are alone. So you never dance for fun on your own? You never learned a song to let yourself go while cleaning or taking a shower? I might have done that at some point, yes. Then, this is the same. There's more people, but no one's paying attention to everyone else. You should give it a shot later. I'll think about it. It might have to do with how drunk I get. He laughs at that before giving me a hug, and I return it. He's in a really good mood. It seems... it's definitely contagious. You should ask Mike to show you his dance moves later. I'm sure that someone like him knows how to do it. Do you think so? I know he's agile, but he's also really clumsy, and I don't know which side would win when he dances. Only one way to find out. Besides, I'm sure that he'd find that romantic. Dunno. Food for thought. He lets go of me with that honest smile on his face, and he has a point. Besides, I'm sure that dancing with Mike has to be fun. We might be starting things up, and that could be a start to right. Doing something that you don't normally do with someone else. He gives me a thumbs up, and I can tell that he's proud of acting like some kind of wingman for me. Our attention goes back to the bartender, who lets us know that the drinks are served, and damn, those are some fancy looking drinks. Except the sodas, which are just served in a glass, and not even the cool one, it's just a regular glass. Anyways, each of us has to carry 2 cocktails in 1 glass, so Gus and I walk very carefully back outside. Faust immediately comes to help us when he sees us walking towards them, which is really appreciated. I was already counting on dropping the glass. Once we're all served, I sit back down in my place, rejoining the conversation, although it stops once we're all looking at our glasses. Whoa, I wasn't actually expecting it to be red. I just thought that it was a name. You know it has tomato juice, right? Did you even read the ingredients in the menu before you asked for it? Shit, I'm really turning into Mike. Warned you about the flavor. Man, Sex on the Sofa is really good. I knew you were getting that drink so that you could say that. You're not a Sex on the Beach kind of guy then? Nah, it doesn't taste the same way, if you know what I mean. I'm getting kind of curious now. Rob! What? I'm thirsty. If you're thirsty, you can have some of mine. They're not even drunk yet. I'm actually serious. I'm unironically liking this flavor. Glad to hear. Didn't want you throwing your money like that. That wouldn't be a problem so far. My parents are loaded. And I mean really loaded. Oh. Hector's a money boy, but you would never tell with how he dresses normally. Maybe not right now, since he looks like a twink version of a sugar daddy. Ha, you're right! You should have seen my other set of clothes. Those actually gave some fucker vibes. That's your opinion. Okay, before we get to Gus gets our attention by pointing at our side. The bartender actually comes to our table with... What the fuck, I can't even count how many shots he's carrying. Amazed, we look as he puts 3 shots of what I am assuming are mojitos in front of each person before fist-pumping Gus and leaving. So of course we look at Gus confused. Let's say that he owed me a favor, so I asked for a bunch of shots for a game that we can play together. A bunch? There's 3 shots for each person. What kind of flavor would that be? All these shots must be expensive. You didn't even pay for any of them? Nope. It's all in the house, except the drinks. That's on y'all. Couldn't get that in the favor. Which is... Not telling. Something horny then. Got it. So, what's the game then? We might as well play it. Ah, it's a simple never have I ever. We drink each time that we've never done something someone says. Ah, a way to know our deepest, darkest secrets. I like it. Or just the horny ones. Sounds fun and exactly what I want. I'm up for it. I mean, you already brought the shots, so saying no right now feels like a dick move. But it could always be a way to warm up with each other without going too far, sure. Deal. I'm up for anything. Let's do it. You're sure you're not drinking too fast, are you, Hector? I'm being careful, but thanks for worrying. That was a sweet answer. What's going on with you? He might not be drinking as slowly as he thinks he is, and since he hasn't drunk yet, he might be getting there. I'm not drunk, I think. I don't feel any different, maybe a little bit more energetic than usual, but... I wish I could have more energy when I'm drunk. I'm usually the other way around after a while. Alright, let's play. Who should start then? There's a bit of a silence even from Mike, but probably because he's drinking his sex on the sofa, so I take the chance. In that case, I'd like to start. I'm afraid. Never have I ever blown the After Sun's bartender. I smirk as I stare at Gus, looking almost offended before he notices we're all staring at him, waiting for an answer. Instead of that, he just takes one of the shots and downs it in one go, almost slamming it on the table. Robert went for the kill right from the beginning. I like sucking dick, big secret. You're gonna shit yourself when my turn comes, ferret. Bring it on. I just want to let it be known that neither Gus or I started the dirty questions. It was Robert. Speaking of, should I have the next turn or should Gus? Fuck, everyone looks at me now with a smile on their face, especially Gus, who's ready to aim directly at me. Shit, I fucked up. Never have I ever had troubles getting fucked because I was too tight. Motherfucker, he remembers the conversation. I mean, should I drink? It was also because of the position, but... Come on, don't make me be more specific. Fine. Begrudgingly, I take one of the 3 shots and drink it. It's really tasty, but fuck it's strong. At least for me. I haven't probably drank in a long time. I managed to not cough, trying to look tough to Gus, before I see that Faust also drank one of his shots and is now coughing. Oh. Faust! I'm fine. I'm just not used to taking shots like that. I like to take my time with drinks. No, fuck that. I mean, what do you mean, you too? What do you think it means? It's not rocket science. Even I had to experiment. Makes me wonder with who, though? Too bad for you, because it's my turn now. Okay, this is fun, but try not to go for overly sexual stuff. I think Ed and I will have a miserable time if that's the case. I mean, I have things to drink about, if I've done them alone. But I agree, it'd be nice to give it some variety. That's okay. In that case, I'll think of one for you two specifically. Shit. Never have I ever bought the same product twice simply because I like the character. I should drink 3 shots in one go, honestly. Please don't. We need you to stay mostly sober, so take your time. Ed giggles as a response as I pat his back and he drinks his shot calmly without trying to be a show-off like Gus and me. Meanwhile, Hector is staring at his own shot looking at Ed. Ah, so you don't have to be that rough when drinking it? Not really. You don't even have to drink it all in one go. It's just how it usually goes. You can take your time with it, if you want. You have 2 more if you get used to it. Hector takes a small sip with curiosity and his face shows pure surprise, probably because he expected it to taste worse. Not bad. I think I like the Bloody Mary more, but still. Well, remember to take it easy. We're still here to check on you, and we don't want you to feel sick tomorrow. Exactly. If you want to stop at any moment, let us know. I know, really. Don't worry. If I feel weird, I'll let you all know. Y'all need to trust Hector more. He's obviously not a kid. Exactly. And I'm not going to give you any money just because you were nice to me. I'm not that kind of a rich guy. Aw, shucks. Hey, I'm just realizing that Mike's the only one who hasn't had a single shot. I mean, the questions have been so specific that I've had no chance to drink from the beginning. Do you want me to give you one so only you will drink? Sure, that way we'll all only have 2. Okay, never have I ever been stabbed. Shit, admittedly hearing that, I feel bad, but Mike seems to take it like a champ, proudly taking one of the shots and drinking it in one go. Thanks, buddy. Wait a sec. That's what the mark on your belly is? As Gus says that, he looks at me, and I can tell that he's catching up. I remember Mike practically yelling that he couldn't get stabbed every time I got depressed. Ugh, admittedly, I'm not a huge fan of questions like these, but I'm a big man. Kind of. Shit, it took me a lot longer than I thought. It's alright, it's in the past, and I'm kind of proud of it. I would still have preferred if you didn't have to get stabbed, though. Well, me too, obviously, but here we are. And speaking of, it's my turn. Mike winks an eye at me and I smile, moving on. Thanks, big guy. I'll throw a random question. Never have I ever been caught naked by someone else in a non-sexual way. Before someone drinks, by in a non-sexual way, what do you mean? That it can't be because of anything related to sex, pretty much. It could be because you were taking a shower and someone opened... I stare daggers at Mike as he realizes the fucking idiot that has to drink because of his own question, and so do I. I take my shot quietly, hoping no one would notice, but Mike does it almost at the same time, and of course, Gus sees it. There has to be a story behind this. There really isn't, not in the way you're thinking. At least, the one example that I'm thinking about. What happened before in the shower doesn't count. Well, Jacob and I used to play on the same basketball team in high school, so of course we used to shower there. So a lot of people have seen me naked, and I've seen a lot of people naked, that's all. And because of that, one day when I was waiting for Jacob to come out of the locker room, I also saw Mike naked. And you still remember. I'd be traumatized too. Don't worry, Rob. Hey! And about me, well, it was a dumb story. Sometimes after taking a shower back when I lived with Jacob, I used to not wear clothes around the house. So I'd just be doing house chores nude, and he'd just get back home, and well, it didn't matter, you know? So, you're a nudist too? Don't call me that. I wouldn't call that being a nudist. I think it's pretty normal. A nudist would involve being naked in places you're usually not naked, I think. Yeah, like on a nudist beach, or in a park at night, or... I'm sorry, a park at night? Why would you be naked? Oh, right. Was it with the bartender? No, haha. Alright. It's Ed's turn. Everyone pay attention. Ed seems to be in a good mood, which cheers me up when I see it. I'm also glad the alcohol isn't making him have a bad mood change like last time. But to be fair, he's only had one shot for now. Never have I ever, been in a threesome. I didn't think Ed would aim for something like that. But yeah, just as expected, no one is really drinking. Damn, a miss, huh? I guess that was too much even for us. And Mike drinks his last shot. Just like that. I turn my head to look at him when I notice. And on the way there, I see that Faust is also drinking his second shot. I'm fucking sorry? Is there a story there now? Wait. You're fucking with us right now? Hey, I'm afraid we're not. Holy shit! Wait, you two? With someone else? Don't yell. I don't want the entire bar to know. Okay, but how did it happen? I gotta know the gossip, come on! It's really absurd. At least it's how it feels when I remember it. Can you tell it, Mike? Of course. So, a few years ago, we were hanging around a bar together and a cute cat guy approached us. He seemed lonely, so I told him that he could talk with us. I was trying to get Faust to open up some more back then, so I figured chatting with a stranger could help with that process. And you till fucked him? What a way to make him open up. Maybe in more ways than one. Shut up. Anyway, so yeah. He said that he was interested in us, the two of us, and if we wanted to do something, he'd be happy to. So I asked Faust if he wanted to. And I said yes. And we had sex with someone else. We haven't seen him again though. But well, it's hard to do that in Moreland if you don't keep someone in your contacts. As Mike and Faust tell the story, something clicks in my head. It sounds like there's more story after, and it would explain why they're so close. I don't plan to ask them, since I think that's not really up to me, but then I hear Faust sigh. We might as well tell them about the rest, since we're already here, if you're okay with that. There's more? Of course. If I never said anything, it was out of respect for you, Faust. So you two actually dated, right? I am flipping my shit in so many ways and colors that I don't even know it was possible. We tried it for a while, practically a year and a half. Two dated for a year and a half and no one noticed? I had my suspicions, but I never said anything. They'd have their reasons to stay quiet about it. We just didn't want to say anything in case it didn't work out and things didn't end well. We didn't want to affect the group with it. And well, it didn't work. But we managed to figure things out together, and now we're super good friends. I can't believe that I got to learn about this through a random question because I couldn't think of anything interesting. You hit the jackpot by accident, yeah. I'm okay with it though. And I am too now. I trust all of you know that this won't change anything. Of course it won't. Why would it? The important thing is that you and Mike are still good friends. Not everyone gets a good relationship with their ex after breaking up. God, that's so weird to think about. You two are exes. I guess we are. But we don't like thinking about it like that. We really are good friends and gave each other a shot because of a threesome. You're so romantic. Not judging for my part, I'm just happy y'all trusted me enough to keep me in this conversation. If we're opening up to everyone, and that includes you two. Do you need to have the whole "you're part of us now" conversation again? No need, I believe you. Just happy, that's all. That was definitely interesting information. I guess that also explains those little moments of melancholy I heard from them sometimes. I wonder if this means that he still thinks about him, though. I didn't think that I'd have to worry about something like this, but it's something that I can ask him later. But he never mentioned it before, so I should trust him. Anyway, before I can think of my question so that we can move on, Gus points at Mike's shots, which are all empty by now. And the first one's out. Uh-huh. So? Is something supposed to happen after that? I'd be up for a dare, or truth, or something. Anything, honestly. Knowing us, and seeing how things went with the Pictionary the other day, I'd say that it's best that we leave that for another day. Wow, you're getting older. Do you need me to bring you a walking stick, old man? Fuck off. It's not like you need an excuse to do anything crazy. Anyways, since we're just playing for fun, I'd say nothing changes, except the fact that I can't get more shots for free. Sorry. I think this amount is fine. Let's leave it at that. That being said, I wouldn't mind stopping after 2 more people drink their shots, for example. After all, it's going to be boring if I can't join, and I'd like to move a bit after. That sounds reasonable. Should we keep going for now, then? Sure, I want to keep going. It's Rob's turn, too. I hesitate for a few seconds, unsure of what to ask. Ed, Gus, and Hector have 2 shots left still, but should I really aim for them? And if I do, should I aim at Faust, too? He only has 1 left. I could also ask something completely random without aiming for anyone. Never have I ever played cross-farm with someone from this table, sucked the dick of someone playing right now, use my power against someone by accident. This one would probably single out Faust. I'm not sure who would use their power on someone by accident. Well, this would also single out Robert. And played cross-farm with someone from this table. What's cross-farm? Just as expected, Gus and Hector grab their shots, and Ed joins them. I knew he'd play the game if Hector asked him to. However, what I didn't expect was for Faust to drink to, downing his 3rd shot with a sigh. Wow, multi-kill! I blame Hector. The only one that wasn't hit was Mike. And it's purely because I don't have the console to play it, but I couldn't have drank anyway. That being said, he says that he can't drink anymore and then proceeds to take a big sip from his drink. He's obviously looking to get drunk. Alright, let's keep going, shall we? We need 1 more loser so that I can go and dance. I wonder what's so funny about dancing. I never understood that. It's a way to let loose in a fun way. You stop thinking and you only follow the music. Yeah, it's a pass for me. Anyways, should we put Rob out of his misery so Mike can go and dance then? Huh? Why me? He doesn't answer, but his smile tells me everything. He's already thought of something, and that's going to hurt me especially. Never have I ever cosplayed as the witch from The Witch's Agenda. Oh, fuck him. He still remembers that. I forgot about it so hard that I almost feel like I shouldn't drink. That's so fucking low. Huh? Is that an anime or something? It's a series of comics that we used to read when we were kids. They were really fun. So fun, in fact, that Rob here dressed up as the protagonist on Halloween, right? Fuck this. I'm passing out. I take the last shot and drink it in one angry go, shooting lasers at Gus with my eyes. If only that was my power. No one must see those photos. I'm warning you. There's photos of that. I really want to see them. Same. I'm also curious about how much smaller you were back then. Nope. I will literally take a train back to Moreland on my own. I am not kidding. Alright, we finally got our 3 losers. If you think about it, we lost because we were living our best life. So really, who's losing? If you want to think about it like that. All we can do is have fun. We're with friends after all. Is Mike okay? He's kind of just saying things right now. I think he's tipsy. He usually makes less sense than usual when he drinks. I still can't believe you two used to date and no one knew. Mind blown. Well, we decided to keep it to ourselves for everyone's sake, but also our own. You know, even if we're great friends, breaking up could be hard. I'd say that we've managed very well. I was scared at first, but we never stopped communicating with each other. That's actually admirable, and that's really hard. I guess I'm glad that you figured things out together and still managed to be friends. I know this trip would have been boring if one of you two weren't here. Wow, fuck the rest of us, right? Come on, you know this is their moment, Ed. The chat keeps going and we keep having a few more drinks. I'm looking to get tipsy at least, so I ask for another margarita. Hector's had enough alcohol from his drink and the 3 shots that he drank after the game was over, so he switched to the soda. Good on him for knowing when to stop. Mike's following my example and Faust actually joined him with an alcoholic drink. Maybe the shots made him want to let loose a bit. On the other hand, Gus stopped drinking like Hector did, probably not wanting to overdo it. As for Ed, he's in a similar situation to Hector, having enough with the 3 shots. If he drank any more, the monster would be free. I'm definitely having fun with everyone, but my body's getting a bit restless, and the idea that Gus had told me before is itching at the back of my mind. I stand up, stretching my arms before looking at the group, although I end up landing on Mike in the end. Hey, I hope I don't kill the vibe, but I want to move. I was planning on dancing, so... if that's the case, I'll definitely join you. It'll definitely be fun. Dang, was hoping to get the ferret as my dance partner. Too late, I'm keeping him for myself. I see what you did there, Gus. Subtle. Well, I hope you guys have fun. I'll stay here. I'm sure Hector and Ed want to chat for a little bit longer. I would appreciate it. Dancing is really not my thing. I could give it a shot, honestly. How can you do that when you're gonna help me pick another drink for myself? Oh, that could be fun too. But I thought that you wanted to dance too. I can do that whenever. Sides, I tend to get lucky when I do that. And I don't want to leave you guys behind. Someone's showing off. Well, okay. In that case, what do you have in mind? Cute. I mean it. Besides, I'm sure that it'll be a good opportunity for Gus and Hector to get to know each other better. Before I can think about it any longer, I feel Mike tapping on my shoulder with a cheerful smile as he passes me, heading to the inside to the dance floor. Of course, I follow him, looking back to see the other 4 chatting together. Gus actually manages to keep the others out there, to leave us alone. Dang. I shouldn't underestimate him. When I catch up with Mike, he's already dancing on his own, having his fun. However, he notices me, watching, shuffling his way over. Hey man, don't mind me. I'm just here to have fun with a very special ferret. Ah, so you were also hoping to get me along with you? Huh? We could talk, or we could dance. Come on. Well, admittedly, it's a bit embarrassing, because I'm not really sure how to start. However, my foot's already tapping the floor because of the music. Whatever. I'm here to have fun, like Mike said. I close my eyes and let the music guide me. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, though, and I stop when I hear the lion laughing in front of me. What? You told me to dance, so I'm dancing. I'm not judging. I just didn't know that that's what you call dancing. You're totally fucking judging me. Really? I'd say I'm just having fun with you. Keep going. I'm happy to see you doing it. Part of me wants to stop just to bother him, but he's right. I shrug it off and keep doing my thing, and he joins me shortly after. It's curious, because technically we're not dancing together. Hell, we don't even move similarly. His moves were clearly more fluid than mine. But I still feel like we're sharing the moment together, even if we're surrounded by people. I feel like I'm just having a laugh with Mike. And there's no hidden meaning behind it. It purely means that we're enjoying each other's company right now, and that feels so good. However, at some point I lose him. I'm dancing alone, and while I don't mind anymore, it doesn't feel quite the same. I try to look around for him, but there's so many people around me that I can't spot him anymore. It doesn't help that I'm also not the tallest person in the room. Since I'm not paying that much attention to where I'm moving, I end up bumping against someone and I panic slightly. I'm so sorry. Relax, Rob. It's me. I can't see him since he's still behind me, but he puts his hands on my shoulder, immediately massaging them. I don't know why, since we're still in the middle of the dance floor, but I don't mind. I mean, he's also not doing a great job. Are you okay? I think you got too into your dancing and missed me. Yeah, I am. It's probably the shots and all that. I get that. You don't want to head out for a bit and get some air? Well, I feel fine, but sure. I could use less noise around me. He pats my shoulders in a friendly way before sliding his hands down my arms. He lets go of one of them and then holds my hand with the other one. I can feel my cheeks burning up from that, since it feels oddly intimate, but, well, considering what happened before, I shouldn't be too surprised. Once we get outside, where the music is significantly less loud, we look for a spot on some stairs so that we can sit without being in the way. As I sit down next to him, he surprises me by staring at me with a really serene smile on his face, almost like he's high or something. What? I really like you, Rob. Whoa, I wasn't expecting to hear that right now. I thought that he was going to say that my fur was a mess or that I danced funny. He smirks because of my reaction, proud. I wonder if he was planning to surprise me with that. Man, you always have the best reactions. It's so fun to tease you. Ah, so that was just teasing? Nah, I like you a lot. I am a bit drunk, but I'm not lying. Well, I like you a lot too, I say, after we took a shower together and made out and all that. I know, right? What a surprise! We laugh at how absurd that feels. We kissed in the shower before and we told each other how we felt about each other, all backwards. How much do you like me? And now he's acting all embarrassed. Or maybe he really is. I'm not used to seeing Mike this bashful. Well, I know I like you enough that I want to spend more time with you. Like, a lot of time. And now I'm the one feeling shy. I normally have no problem speaking about my feelings. I guess I'm just embarrassed because I know where this is going. I feel similar. I want to know more things about you, and I want you to know more about me too. And maybe I want to know if I like you enough to call you my boyfriend. I look down at my feet, but not in a sad way. The words feel weird to me right now, but at the same time, a very intense part of me loves that feeling. Maybe I'd like to know if that can happen too. He doesn't say anything. Instead, he places his hands over mine, rubbing it with his thumb. That makes me look at him, and I see him staring back into my eyes before our lips meet. It feels different to the one before. The one was a wilder, intense kiss. This one, however, is filled with intention, with a promise. It's warm and safe, wanting to prove our feelings are real. I close my eyes to enjoy it, but I am also the one who moves first. I can't stop smiling though. I'm pretty sure it can happen. Yes. Again, he doesn't respond, but I see him smiling too. I lean closer to him and he wraps his arm around me without hesitation, keeping me close. Whatever happens, I'll always be here for you. I promise that. I know. I believe you. We stay in that pose for a while, or at least it feels like a while. I don't know. I'm slightly drunk and I'm being held close. Hey, Rob? My eyes open when I hear Mike's voice practically whispering in my ear as I feel one of his hands rubbing my back lovingly. Do you want to go back to the beach house with me for tonight? I'm sure the others will stay here for a while longer, so... Yes, I do. I don't even have to think about it. I can tell that surprises Mike, but he recovers immediately, standing up and holding my hands to help me up too. He pulls me towards him first, though hugging me tightly and spinning me around. I just know that my lungs don't have any air left in them because of it. Mike! Sorry. I'm just happy, sorry. He lets me stand on my own again, although with all the spinning around, I'm feeling a bit dizzy for a second. It's okay, I just don't want to puke after all that drinking. You didn't drink that much. It feels like I did. We start to walk our way back to the beach house together, still having a cheerful yet silly conversation, at least until we reach the beach. Mike stops talking for a while as he types someone on his phone. I'm assuming I know who, but you're letting Faust know that we're heading back? Yeah. If I don't, he'll think that we were kidnapped or something. I'm also telling him to switch places with you. So I know. The thought still makes me feel butterflies at my stomach. I mean, it definitely feels different to how it was with Jacob. This feels kind of hard to believe. Like, I still feel like Mike is just one of my best friends and that's it, but he finishes typing before putting the phone back in his pocket. I see the house now. Let's go. Ah. Without any kind of warning, Mike just starts running towards it, holding my hand and practically pulling me along. Of course, we get there in no time. We make sure to leave our shoes there to avoid dragging sand inside, but I don't have the time to organize them. Mike closes the door behind him before we stand there, looking at each other. It feels a bit awkward, but I can see Mike blushing, which is kind of cute. So, do you want to drink something first, or... Ah, I think we still have beers from this morning. Right. I'll go get them. Wait for me in the room then. Mike passes me nervously, but excited, heading towards the kitchen. I didn't think that he'd be feeling like this. Things start a bit awkward at first, but they go smoothly once we get into it. And... fuck. I can tell that we both needed that. In a way, we managed to prove just how much we care for each other without using words. Or, well, that's how it felt. However, after we're laying down in bed, recovering, he tells me that he loves me, and of course, I let him know that I love him too. But it's so sudden that I can't help but feel dread for some reason, as if I'm doing something wrong. We take a shower after, though, and the feeling goes away for the most part. After the shower, we both sneak into the bed covers, and, of course, Mike pulls me in close for cuddling. Honestly, right now I'm not complaining at all. It feels like I don't have to hold back. Can I say something weird? Hmm? I mean, you can't just not say it after warning me. I know, but I guess it can be a bit serious. Well, sure, I'm here to listen. I love how this feels. I really like having you in my arms like this, and know that I won't let you go. Me too, but I can't help but think it's weird how this never would have happened if he was still with us, or with you. Shit, I wasn't expecting that conversation to just drop. You have a point. Sorry, I'm still a bit tipsy. I'm not controlling what I'm saying completely. It's alright. I was trying not to think about it, but you're right. I don't really know how to answer him, though. Would we have felt something for each other if Jacob was still with us? I don't know if Mike felt something for me before the trip or not, but if he did, would he have told me at some point? Before I can think too much about it, I feel his hands rubbing my back lovingly, lightly scratching it with his claws, which makes me shiver. I'm sorry I brought it up. The important thing is that we're here together, right? Yes, you're right, and I'm glad that you're here with me. He huffs loudly through his nose, and I can tell that he's done talking for today. I close my eyes so that I can rest for today. After all this activity, I can tell I really need it. To be continued. So, Mike and our little ferret boy got together. Honestly, thankfully, uh, the Ram had the foresight to sort of censor the NSFW scenes, because if I didn't toggle the little toggle for the NSFW scenes, you would have seen what happened, or I would have had to censor it. But thankfully, there was a toggle, so it just sort of said that they did something and that they proclaimed love, and that's it. But yeah. So, also technically speaking, something about this game is that regardless of your choices, you don't really have a set course on who you're going to end up with until like the very, 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 very end where you say that you're interested in someone. But it does have sort of like points, like a point system where the more things you do or spend time with a specific person, the more likely it is that you will end up with them. So, and this is coming from the developer when he was talking to me about this. So really, there was always a chance it was always going to either be Gus or Mike because those were the ones that I was spending the most time with. And honestly, I would have been fine with either one. I think I said that I was going to play Gus by myself, but I don't have that much time anymore to be doing things by myself. So yeah. Anywho, so what did you guys think? Did you like the seventh day? Also, reminding us that there is only 10 days and that there's only 3 more days left. So, yeah, hopefully, we could get some resolution with these things soon. And I'm kind of sad that after it reaches day 10, that Gus is technically going to be left by himself. Um, Although I have a feeling that he's not going to just stay there. That perhaps the gang will visit him more, or they will drag him over to Moreland. And that would be actually kind of interesting to sort of explore Moreland with Gus there, with like the gang, and then sort of show what's going on with them in the city, I guess. So like if there was ever a part 2 to Core, and it could be Moreland. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, write down in the comments what you thought about this horny second half of the beach episode. And thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play Core yourself, you can do so by going down into the link in the description for the Core official Twitter page. But if you don't have Twitter, you can go over to itch.io and just look up Core. You may have to be signed into itch.io in order to be able to download it. As with most furry visual novels, you kind of do have to be signed in order to be able to see the more mature-oriented stuff, games, and things like that they have there. But yeah, just search it up. If it doesn't show up, just sign into itch.io and then download it from there. Anywho, but yeah. Also, I will post a link down for their Patreon. I think they do have a Patreon, or whatever it is that they have for support. I forgot. It's been a while since I read Core. But yeah, it'll be down in the link it'll be down in the description, so you can get early access to builds of Core or whatever it is that they do. And along with my coffee, in case you want to, still keep donating, almost to that. You're literally like 120 away from the mark at the time of recording, which is 7/19, meaning July the 19th. So yeah, I don't know if you make it by the end of the month, you could see Soul Creek soon. But like I said for Undefeated, I don't know if this will show up before Undefeated, or Undefeated will show up first and then this, or this, or this and then Undefeated. But I probably will read Soul Creek up to where the current update is, and if I think that it's acceptable, if I like it enough, because like I have been surprised by some visual novels that I didn't think that I was gonna like, then perhaps I will add it. But no promises, okay? It will show up when it shows up, but I am thinking of reading it and recording it for you guys because you stepped up for helping me with the goal that I didn't think anybody was gonna help. I thought that maybe some donations, but like I didn't think you guys would go above and beyond. So yeah. Anywho, so I guess that's it for now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.